What if I told you that every revelation, every movement for change was rooted in a single simple idea? The idea that some have too much while others have too little. This is the story of class struggle, a story as old as society itself. From the earliest days of human cooperation to the towering skyscrapers of the hyper-capitalism, this struggle has defined history. It's the fight for justice, equity, and the very essence of freedom. Well, now let's dive in. Imagine a world where one group owns everything: factories, lands, wealth, and another group works tirelessly to keep it all running. That's the essence of Marx's idea, the eternal tug of war between the bourgeois and the proletariat. It's a struggle for fairness, dignity, and the fruits of one's own labor. Let's break it down. The bourgeois, think of them as the chefs who eat the cake while the proletariat is stuck washing the dishes. Marx said this was not just unfair, it's a recipe for revolution. He argued that modern work alienates us. Imagine building a chair but never sitting in it. That's how disconnected workers feel from their creations. And then there's exploitation. Profit? Marx called it legalized theft, taking the hard work of laborers and chasing it in for riches. But Marx didn't stop at critique. He envisioned a future where this cycle could be broken, where equality would replace oppression and humanity could truly thrive. Let's rewind the dawn of humanity. Early humans lived in egalitarian societies, sharing resources and responsibilities. But agriculture emerged. So did private property. Suddenly, landowners held power, and the seeds of equality were sown. Feudalism took this step a further. Picture vast estates where lords ruled, and peasants toiled from sunrise to sunset, bound by obligations and survival. Resistance was met with brutal force, yet the whispers of rebellion were never far away. One of the earliest and most iconic examples of class struggle comes from ancient Rome. Enter Spartacus, a Thracian Slav who dared to challenge the Roman Empire. In 73, Spartacus led a rebellion of gladiators and Slavs, defeating Roman force multiple times. His quest for freedom was brutally crushed, but his courage inspired countless others to question the legitimacy of oppression. Then came the Industrial Revolution, and the world changed forever. Picture smokestacks, spinning wheels, and a new ruling class. The factory owners, workers endured grueling hours, meager wages, and unsafe conditions. Strikes, protests, and the rise of unions become the language of defiance. And today, welcome to the hypercapitalism. Billionaires build fortune that could feed entire nations, while workers in factories and gig economics barely scrape by. The divide is so staggering that it's no longer a gap, it's a chasm, and yet the struggle continues. Now let's zoom into the Indian subcontinent. Under the British Empire, exploitation reached a new height. Farmers were forced to grow indigo instead of food, leaving their families to starve while colonial powers profited. This was not just economic control, it was systematic subjugation. The Indigo Rebellion of Bengal in 1859 was a turning point. Farmers stood up to their oppressor, saying, "Enough is enough." Their defiance sparked a wave of resistance that echoed throughout the region. After independence in 1947 and the creation of Bangladesh in 1971, the struggle did not end. Economic disparities persisted. Landlords and industrialists maintained their grip, and workers continued to fight for dignity and fairness. From garments worker demanding fair wages to peasant resisting land grabs, the fight for equality remains as vital as ever. So, how do we break these chains? Step 1 is education. Knowledge is power, and class consciousness is the ultimate superpower. When people understand the structures that oppress them, they can fight back with the clarity and purposes. Step 2 Policy reforms. Tax for the rich. Enforce fair labor laws and ensure that wealth is distributed equitably. Imagine a world where billionaires fund for schools and hospitals instead of space tourism. Step 3 Solidarity. A united working class can topple empires. History proves it. From Spartacus' rebellion to the labor strikes of the Industrial Revolution to the grassroots movements of today, together we are unstoppable. And finally, we need a cultural shift. Stop glorifying billionaires. Start celebrating the people who build our world. Teachers, farmers, factory workers. These are the real heroes. Class struggle is not just a theory, it's a call to arms. It's about imagining a world where wealth doesn't define worth. It's about fighting for dignity, equality, and justice. The struggle may be old, but its relevance has never been greater. As Karl Marx said, the philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. Together, we can make that change a reality. Are you ready to join the fight?